All right, things are looking good. Music is on and popping. Stream seems solid. I do want to go close the door. Nim, good morning to you, buddy. By the way, you're up a little early? At work already? Rest in peace. There. Much better. Bring that back. Got the neighbors out doing their yard. Let's close the door, see if we can cut down some of that background noise. I'm pretty sure you guys couldn't even hear it, but I could. And that's all that matters. Headed there now? Oh man, I know the pain. I'll be leaving for work in just a bit. Well, I hope you have a good day, man. Yo, by the way, before you leave, I know you're planning on moving to Texas. Like, have you scouted out work there? Do you know what you're going to be doing? Is it gonna be something cool? I hope so. Oh, I guess I should probably introduce myself. It's only like I've done this a couple hundred times. What's going on, everybody? My name is the Black Link, back once again with some Destiny 2 and maybe a little bit of Monster Hunter World Iceborne in about an hour or so. Back on PC, figure it's Mayhem time. I'm gonna jump in, get some Mayhem games done on my Warlock and maybe on my Hunter. Finish up a few bounties for my bounty stockpile. See, I'm starting to look somewhat prepared for for Beyond Light. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm putting in work.
This is home.
So we'll go ahead and complete a few bounties. Hopefully we can get most of them. Whoa, Ava. You alright, girl? That was some serious whiplash. It's like she saw the biggest dick ever and was like, where'd it go? Bring it back. Let's see. Crucible, easy money. Heroic public events, disgusting. Melees, I'm not going to get a lot of those in the Crucible. But yeah, I figure go play a little bit of that Mayhem, have some fun in there. And then bounce on over to some Monster Hunter. Alright, I never finished the one from yesterday, or didn't, we haven't had reset yet. That's fine, that works. Not yet, gonna take some time off and stream before finding work. I dig that, man. Shoot, stream is work. 61. That's not bad, but it's still not a great stat score. Oh my gosh, I can't wait until we can start putting on seasonal mods onto this armor set, or onto exotic armor. They need it. Let's see, are there any other generic bounties I can grab? Ooh, I know. I can go get some generic bounties from the woman with the bird. Yo, Cat, good morning to you. How you doing, girl? Rez, what's up, brother? I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Was up a bit earlier, got some stuff done, got some adulting out of the way. Got a couple hours of free time. So I figure I'll play some video games. And why not stream it for y'all to see?
Yes?
That was a really shaky yes. Russian girl? Let's see. Defeat Guardians and Gambit. Disgusting. Crucible matches 1. Easy money.
Myself.
Granted, it's with clanmates. Hopefully I can wrangle somebody around to do that. Yo, yeah. The Monster Hunter, or the alleged, I guess we'll say, Monster Hunter trailer. Not, I don't know. Not looking great. It's got some, it's happening. We can definitely say that. It's absolutely happening. Don't know if it should be, but it is. Oh yeah, we've got the interference mission for this week too, even though we've already finished everything tied to it. Bopped homeboy. You got any Crucible bounties today?
It's always looking for guardians.
Yo, Darth Barrel, what's up, dude? Oh, we're already maxed out. I like that. I likes that. It really doesn't take long to get maxed out on bounties. Like, I thought it was going to be this long, arduous process, and I still got some daily bounties in there I need to get rid of, but finishing up and stockpiling the weeklies really doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. Hey, Darth Barrel, how's it going, man? You alright? Having a good week? Let's see, today is what? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday already? Hold on. Let me peep my, yeah, I gotta look at my phone. That should tell you what happens when you become an adult and your life becomes 67% work. Sometimes the days just get away. They all just blend together. Jonathan, stop it. Look, Jonathan. Okay, you know what? Intervention time. It's intervention time. I'm hopping into a call. You don't have to stay for long if you don't want to, but it's intervention time. Get into the COTW chat right now. Do it right now. I see what you're doing, and I disapprove. I greatly disapprove. Doing good? Great week? Right on, Peril. Happy to hear it. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's change up our build. I think we were running Arc yesterday just for a bounty. I could run Dawnblade. But because I'm going to be surrounded by other supers, I'm going to get bodied. So we're going to go... I haven't played Middle Tree Nova Warp in a while. We're going to stick with Top Tree, though. Good for the old Chaos Accelerant.
I never thought I'd live to see the darkness return.
Why do you disapprove, good sir?
Listen, look, Jonathan, I get it. I understand. Cold War sucked. It wasn't a great experience, but you can't do this. That Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, is like, what, 4 or 5 years old now?
Hey man.
It's
time to...
Oh no.
It is time.
You're stepping into a sea of PR.
Oh, I know. I know full and well, but the upsides outweigh the downsides.
What are the upsides?
Never thought I'd live to see
Olympia.
the darkness return.
That's it.
I thought isn't the Olympian in Black Ops 4 too?
Hell no.
It's
Ain't
not?
put that thing in. No.
Oh.
Otherwise, that would have been the first thing I bought with reserve cases.
Dang. Unfortunate.
The only DLC shotgun is the Argus. And it's kind of
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I mean, it's all right. It's not the greatest.
It's raw.
Yeah, that's true. But nothing will compare to my baby.
You know what the worst part of this is? I have
What?
no choice but to join you because I never deleted Black Ops 3.
I'm surprised that you actually kept that in your library.
Yeah, I never deleted it. I
Dang.
might have to check and see if there's any updates for it, but no, I never got rid of Black Ops 3.
Well, X and cheese is all you'll see.
I mean, that's all I saw the last time I played it with you. What, last year?
Was it?
While
Was it
you
last
were
year? Was it-
running around with Olympia, and I'm just trying to figure out what?
That was three years ago, dude.
No, because we re-downloaded and played it like last year, man.
No,
I remember
that was
this.
like 2017.
I definitely remember this, and it wasn't 3 years ago.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that. It was.
Because my copy of Black Ops 3 has been sitting in Andrews for 3 years. So I don't know how I played it last year, but you know,
Dang. Well,
maybe I just
you
like
found a
summoned
way.
it and just- yeah, I guess. But
dang. So wait, you went
Yeah.
over to Andrews, beat him up, and took your copy of Black Ops 3?
no, he just dropped it off. He was already out and about. He was I think he had to do some stuff for his grandma, and then he voted and he came back.
Okay, impressive.
Enjoy yourself, Guardians.
Man, everybody's getting that early vote on.
No one wants to deal with it. That you
Oh.
can like
Yeah.
that, and you can look at your phone, and then you get the telemarketer calls, and they ask, "Hey, who are you voting for?" Already voted. Fuck off.
Yeah. Burn.
I hate that. It's just, like I get 4 or 5 calls a day, and now that I voted, I literally pick it up. Like, hey, who are you voting for? Already voted.
You gained the lead.
Eat
Now
dicks.
shove it.
I already
Eat
voted.
dicks, shove it. Basically, yeah.
Lead is lost, but the battle is still
Good.
But
Yeah, I really need to do that.
This is not just because Cold War is less than stellar. It's because
You gained
I got the
lead.
itch to ape.
To ape
can't
in a
scratch
good
it.
COD.
Yeah, I mean Black Ops 4 is a good-ish COD. I just can't ape because there's nothing to ape with unless I use the rampage.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Mhm.
How long
The
do you
lobbies
keep
I
your
get
finished
in-
bounties before you turn them in? If you're trying to stockpile for Beyond Light, just hold on to them. Finish up your weekly bounties and then just hold on to them. And turn them in when Beyond Light drops.
Feel that in my bones.
You can stockpile up to like over 1 million points of EXP, which should equal out to like almost 10 levels. Oh my gosh, Thunderlord, I feel sad for not having used this for a while.
I can feel
Ugh.
that in
That
my
thing,
bones.
does that thing have like a catalyst yet?
No, it doesn't, and it needs one, and I already know what would be perfect for it. Either double its magazine size so you can actually take advantage of the lightning storm, or make it so that Thunderlord doesn't have to reload. That would be a huge book or benefit. So you can just maybe make it so that like you have to fire for a certain amount of time, and then like it'll just automatically pull from reserves. So if you fire 2 shots, not going to do anything. You fire 15, it'll pull 10 shots from reserve. Then you fire another 10, it'll pull 10 shots from reserve. That way you can just keep firing.
What if you tie it to headshots?
Man, who's getting headshots with an LMG? Granted, you can with Thunderlord, because it's got, like, no recoil.
It would make it really good for boss damage.
That's
Got
true.
Big old crit spot. Big old crit spot. Just unload on him, Kevin.
Unload on him, Kevin. You got rolling up into Valis to Auric, like, gotta get him right, Kevin. Gotta get him right. By the way.
Chaining.
Good?
Good?
No, you. No, you.
God damn it. I was just gonna say, maybe for every 10 shots that you fired, that loads 5 from
5 minutes
like
remaining.
every 10 like consecutive crits you get 5 from reserves
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
You know what? You're onto something there, and I can already think of the perfect way to link it in. The Thunderlord's ability right now is already landing a certain number of shots will summon a lightning bolt from above. Just tie it to that. Whenever that lightning bolt hits, you also get ammo back.
Alright.
Yeah, it's already built into the gun. Oh no!
And the enemy will take this.
So what were you gonna say?
Fight on.
Oh, speaking of Valis to Auric, did you enjoy that 1 minute 49 second Nexus?
That was beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's really making me want to go back and have a retro Destiny Thursday or something.
No, you don't.
I do. I want to go back and play D1. Doesn't have to be raids. I just want to go back, sit in the Cosmodrome, maybe go
They're just gonna add
run
that to
some
the
strikes.
light in a couple weeks. I'm
Yes.
just gonna put that in D2. Just wait. You'll get it at 60
I
FPS.
could not
Don't worry,
ask for a
kid.
better victory.
That is true. I will get it at 60 FPS. But
So
tell me,
you'll have to wait on Vault for another 6 months until they add it.
but you know, well, it's going to be next year.
I hope you cherish these opportunities.
So yeah, actually, you know, you're right. Probably about 6 months because it's probably going to be the spring update. I think that they're going to be dropping that in. But man, Nexus is going to be sitting there looking at you like, tell me you don't want this body. And you can't even say no. You can't even say I don't want it. Over there looking at the Nexus mind like rubbing hands. The strikes and modifiers are so much better in D1. They are, unquestionably. Yo, Duke, do you want to get in on some Mayhem nonsense? Feel free to join. Hey. I love her name so much. Zavala's side chick. Hardlight Mountaintop? Huge. Looking big. Yeah, strikes. It's still weird to me that we're like 3 years into D2 and they still haven't really changed the strike modifiers, and they've just completely ignored the much better ones in D1. Like, there's not even an excuse. There's no excuse for the strike modifiers to be as dull as they are in D2.
Walking up to the Nexus. Hey, you got that Amago loot?
He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Let
yeah, I
me
got
see
it.
it.
All right, time to run this strike a billion times until I get a god roll.
That's right, whipping out the small arms boosted weapons. Ugh, I miss it. I do. The modifier that basically turns Nightfalls into Mayhem? Yeah, that was, oh my gosh, what was the name of it? Daybreak. It was Daybreak. Basically made it so all your cooldowns were super duper fast. It was like Mayhem. Everybody had their super permanently, you had your grenades and melees permanently. That was a lot of fun. Daybreak weeks were great.
Daybreak heavyweight.
Oh, Daybreak heavyweight. Every strike boss sweating. Valis rolling up. I'm in danger.
Could you imagine Daybreak with the old hammer cheese?
Oh, the Infina Hammer just.
The rapid fire hammer.
I wish. I wish that's what we had today. I would actually run a Nightfall ordeal if there were modifiers like that. Instead of,
Nope. You get to feel ordinary and vulnerable.
with nothing but champions to console me.
And glass.
Yeah, the champions get overshield, you get glass. Have fun. Yeah, I don't know who at Bungie was in charge of that decision, but they shouldn't be anymore. We've got all these great modifiers in D1. We got modifiers that double your elemental damage with burns, used to triple. We've got modifiers that make your primary weapons more powerful. All in the trash. You want attrition. That's the modifier you're looking for. Smelly. Smelly, 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 smelly. Yeah. Yo, dude, how's it going, man?
Pretty good.
Welcome to the party,
Just-
pal.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that you were streaming while I was making some breakfast.
Dang.
Yeah. But yeah, when I saw that person, was it Sydney, commented on the modifiers, I was like, dang, bro. There's so many things from D1 systems wise that
Yep.
are just missing from Destiny 2, like modifiers that actually make the gameplay loop more interesting and fun, I'd say.
Yeah.
Especially like in the Strike playlist. It's just so bland.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see them actually put more love into, those activities, specifically Strikes. And well, PvP always needs some love because
Yeah.
Bungie. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird, sad situation. And like,
here's hoping for Beyond Light. It's going to be better in terms of what they're pouring into it, because I know they're adding, more stuff. Like a couple TWABs back, they talked about how they're going to be changing Gambit and Strikes. And
yeah.
I don't know if they touched on PvP.
You know what you're gonna get though, Sean,
yeah.
right?
What am I gonna get?
You're gonna get the beautiful combination that was your utmost favorite in D1.
Oh no.
Chaff
No!
plus light switch.
No!
Oh yeah.
Not again!
Bring back Light Switch, Bungie. Let's go.
Chaff blackout. No! Not again.
Chaff
Light switch is in the
blackout.
game. It's just called
Is it?
blackout now. Yeah. That's what the blackout thing is. It's just no
I forgot
radar.
about that.
Enemies will one-shot you if they melee you. No, not again.
I
Never
haven't played
again.
D2 in a while. I kind of forgot about that.
You should. It's awful.
Oh my gosh.
Sydney says, so we're losing 7 strikes and nightfalls and 5 different raid activities. Any announcement on what will be keeping us busy when the new stuff drops? The Devil's Lair. Oh wait, no, that's not dropping with release. Omnigul.
No limits here.
You're gonna have
You got that
Omnigul.
grasp? Nope.
Nope. Then what's the point?
I want that grasp though. I need my meta PvP.
She's looking at you like, you want this grasp? I want it. You want this grasp? I want it. I hope you enjoyed your visit down memory lane there.
Nah, you can have this bond though.
I want.
This warlock bond. I want that bond.
You're falling behind.
Said no one ever.
Rest in peace. Yeah, and like, strikes right now, to me, are the most boring bit of content in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I'll grind whatever you want. I'll go grind Menagerie. I love Menagerie. I'll go grind the Contact public event. I like that public event. I think Contact is a lot of fun. If you sit there and tell me to go play strikes, I will hero myself in Minecraft. Something only old internet heads will understand. They're just the most boring thing in the world. And it's so frustratingly weird to me because Jonathan, how long did we spend running strikes in D1?
Your opponents are
Like,
far away.
we got Echo Chamber down pat. To the point where we were making those sub 5-minute runs in Echo Chamber. I loved that. I loved running those strikes because they were fun to play. And yo, everybody, this man is advertising his Facebook gaming page. Head to facebook.com/. Oh, never mind, he's dead. F in chat for facebook.com/game-or-die-ace. Go check that man out. He's trying to grind on the Facebook gaming platform. Give him some love. But strikes, they're just not fun. They're just not fun here in D2, and I think a big reason for that, to clear things up for some of the Bungie devs who might be a bit confused as to why strikes are lesser run content, they're not fun. The modifiers suck. The how fun a strike is on its own, just how fun it is to run by itself is only one part of the problem. The fact that the modifiers are terrible every week is the other reason why nobody wants to run strikes. If we had some better modifiers in there, if we had a little bit, I think they should stop shying away from player damage. If you retune these singes and make them the burns that they used to be, even if it's the scuffed double damage burn, I'll take that. You give us stuff like small arms, you bring back some of the fun modifiers, you throw in Daybreak every now and again, all that fun stuff that the Destiny 1 live team made that the main team had no business not putting in D2, I'll happily go play strikes. I'd love to go run some of the strikes some of the best strikes in the game. But right now, they're just not fun. And I think it's funny because a couple TWABs ago, you're right, Duke, when they were talking about stuff that they're going to be revamping, the TWAB kind of read out as the devs being a little bit confused as to why, like, strikes are lesser played content. And I thought that was funny. Like, what do you mean you don't understand why strikes are lesser played content? It's because they're the most boring thing in the world. Like, you took all the fun stuff in them, the strike-specific loot, the reason to grind them, the fun modifiers that made actually going through those strikes, even the Nightfalls, a good fun experience. Nightfalls in D1 were hard. When those burns were up, you could get wasted by most enemies, but you could also waste them just as quickly. That was the fun of it. You took all that away. Like, how do you not know? How do you not know why nobody's playing these things?
You remember wiping the Shield Brothers for like an hour?
Yep. Until you got that proper pathing, and then just wasted them in seconds.
Oh my gosh.
It felt great.
Shield Brothers, bro.
Just sat in the corner just cheesing.
Yeah, you sent one person. One person was your dedicated hidey hole person. They just go sit in the corner so that they could get aggro and draw the missiles away.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Dude. I remember that. Give us the Primus, or we blow the ship.
Or we blow the ship.
Oh my goodness. Good times,
It was
dude.
great. That's so good.
Cool. Still definitely one of the best strikes that Bungie's ever made. 100%.
Unquestionably. Dropping into that arena, the darkness,
Yeah.
and then everybody got swords, and it was just like, challenge me. It was,
Yes.
you drop into that arena, and you just Jotaro walk towards Hallelujah.
Oh, mukate kurunoka. It's like, alright.
Oh, you're approaching me? I can't spin the wind the shit out of you across the street. It's beautiful. It was beautiful. It's a great experience.
Yep.
Oh my god, I miss it. I miss it a lot. Mr. Linkers
First
says,
2 months of Taken King were probably the best that Destiny PvE has been.
No, I
Please,
disagree with that.
You disagree.
And you're gonna agree with me when you hear what I say.
What, Forsaken?
Age of Triumph.
Oh.
Age of Triumph was the best Destiny PvE has ever been.
Year 3 was jeez. Up until that spring, like
Yeah,
Year
that
3
spring
was
saved it.
awful. Oh god. I mean, the raid was cool. I mean, I enjoyed Axis, but
Yeah.
year 3 was kind of boring up until the spring.
Yeah. I mean, I 100% agree with that. And Age of Triumph really kind of saved it. It brought it all together. I enjoyed Axis. I thought the Rise of Iron story was pretty good, but it had the same problem as, base release of the Taken King. The content came out, and then there was nothing to do for a significant amount of time. Until Age of Triumph. And Age of Triumph, we always hold as the gold standard of Destiny 2 content. Because every week, there was so much to do. So much to do that, there was almost no way you were going to get it all done. Jonathan, save me! Oh, you do. Never mind.
Did you just ask me to save you? I was
I
like,
just reached out for you.
I'm like, what?
We got bodied.
Yes, we did.
But like, yeah, there was so much to do every week, whether it was the specialized strikes and all that kind of stuff. I thought I picked up the heavy. No. The different raids. I loved that you could get in-game rewards from more than one raid a week. You son of a bitch. He stole my heavy. It was just so good. Age of Triumph was so good. Yo, Nim, thought you had to go to work, man. You still home? Says Taken King was good, but then it was another 6-month drought with the Taken Spring. Yep. It was just, it was a long time. Granted, mechanically speaking, there was a lot of really good stuff about it. Like, that was probably when PvE felt the best to play, because everybody had their skating. We had kind of a weird but interesting meta in terms of weapon damage with scout rifles and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the class glitches were still in effect. Like, I think Jonathan just loves the Taken King early period because it introduced Sunbreaker in its completely busted form.
You had that. You had the new Voidwalker, like Devour build, or not Devour, the Nothing Manacles build.
Oh yeah, Nothing Manacles was good.
You had swords like Drinker, Raise Lighter.
They were so good.
Really good in PvE. You had Hung Jury, which everyone kind of defaulted to.
Yep.
It was beautiful, beautiful.
Scouts
legendary.
were incredible in PvE.
What else? Was Sleeper in year 2?
Was it?
Sleeper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it
did
was.
that-
I thought it was, because that was what the
Yeah, it was.
strat was for Oryx.
Oryx, yeah, because it bounced around his chest before they fixed it. That's right.
Yeah, you just sit there, shoot his chesticles a little bit, just bounce around.
Beautiful.
It was a good time.
Five minutes.
Don't stand there
And
heavy like that.
Sunsingers were broken.
It was.
For one.
Although, it was really only broken in year 1. Back when we could set people on fire. Give that one-shot body shot Icebringer cheese. Or Icebreaker. Heaven forbid they do a real Prestige Leviathan and give us random rolls on Inaugural Address and Midnight Coup and others. I still don't understand why they haven't done that. You know, I'm happy they went and made, dang! Got launched! That must have been a tractor cannon. I'm really happy that they brought those raids and raid layers back and made them relevant, you know, for this season. And letting people, you know, grind them for moments of triumph and all that kind of stuff. I don't understand why they didn't update the weapon loot pool for them and make it so that you could get random rolled versions of stuff from those raids.
Bloody world on fire.
I'm not sure why they made that decision.
Probably because they're going to sunset those weapons.
Well, they are being sunset, that is true.
So, no point in introducing random rolls on weapons that are just going to be sunset in a couple of weeks.
And they should, you know, do a better job of balancing things so that they don't have to sunset, so that they don't have to force you off of weapons.
That's too unreasonable. I'm sorry.
Way too unreasonable. They have to do the most roundabout way of getting you off of mountaintop.
Yep.
Hey, anybody got some etheric light?
Oh no. Disallowed. It's funny. It's literally the same story as year 1 of D1. They make this great series of weapons. There were a lot of great weapons in year 1 of D1, but they make this great series of weapons in Vault of Glass. Everybody starts using it because they're so universally good. Bungie freaks out and says, oh, no, you have to play the game we want you to play, and we don't want you to use those weapons forever, so we're going to force you to stop using them, rather than just making better stuff. Give you really want people to stop using Mountaintop? Give Mountaintop some competition. Give it exotic competition. And they kind of did, with Izanagi's Burden and stuff like that. Right now, it's just there's no real competition to it, and so they figure, well, only way we can get people off of this is if we force them off. And I don't think that's ever worked in Destiny's history.
Mountaintop came out when Forsaken dropped, right? For Pinnacle, or was it like one of those seasons?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was like in
what season was it?
December. So like
what
season of the
was that?
Forge, maybe.
Yeah, I think it came out during that season as the Pinnacle for PvP.
Yeah.
So since then, in terms of exotics, we've had Bastion.
Yep.
Izanagi's also came out during that time, so they were kind of hand in hand, so you could choose one or the other. But I'm just thinking in terms of PvP, because I feel like that's where most of the problem. Well, no, maybe not most, because yeah, you could actually melt bosses with rally barricades. That was
yes, you could.
That was a thing.
I remember the Warcliffe cheese.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, you're right. Rock, you're absolutely right. Forge was Recluse.
Oh, okay.
So I think Mountaintop might have been a little bit earlier than that.
Did it actually come out with Forsaken then?
Maybe it was Warmind then. No, because that was Redrix.
Yeah.
When the hell did this thing come out? Oh, okay. Season of the Drifter. Joker's Wild.
Yeah, okay.
Opponents are pulling away. Drag them back.
That makes sense. Here is
Of course.
Oh, come on. Get that around the corner. Didn't fit into the sunset plans apart from the Taken King hard sunset. Was there another sunset in D1? I can't remember. I think there might have been when there was when Rise of Iron came out, but then they undid that with Age of Triumph by making a lot of those weapons re-earnable.
And then they reintroduced a bunch of the Year 1 weapons in Year 3 via Vanguard and Crucible rewards, and buffed them significantly on some of the weapon archetypes.
As they should have.
Run away!
I'll steal that. Yoink.
Oh.
Reveal yourself.
I spawned into his exploding. Oh my gosh, are you serious? His Nova Bomb blew up and I spawned into the little mini explosions.
Oh, so you died and then, or you spawned into the grapes?
Yep. Oh my gosh. Brilliant.
People still drop their light significantly to use Icebreaker when special ammo was so badly broken in D1. You can't force people off weapons. Exactly. And that was another hard lesson Bungie had to learn. That thankfully I think they did, because the special ammo situation here in D2 is much better. Much better.
Yeah.
Them trying to force people off of a special and then accidentally destroying the entire ammo economy. Do you remember that, Jonathan? Do you remember your favorite time in PvP? Sitting there,
Yeah, I didn't play PvP during that time.
looking like a poor man. Alms for the poor, please. Special ammo, alms for the poor. I'm just a lowly ape trying to get a shotgun kill.
Look like Squidward in that episode where he's homeless and begging for change.
Spare change, spare change, ma'am. Yeah, that was a gigantic mistake. That was, again, you're absolutely right, Papa Jinx, born out of this notion of Bungie wanting to get people off of a weapon. In that case, the weapon was Icebreaker, so they broke the entire ammo economy to deal with it. And it was like, what are you doing? That was the silliest, most roundabout way of handling that. Oh my gosh, yeah, and then it led into the sidearm meta, Mr. Linkers.
Yep.
When all they had to do was just keep the respawn timer on Icebreaker lengthy, to make it so you spawn with special ammo, you get special ammo after every kill. Just like what we have here in D2. They finally fixed it in D2, but good lord. Weird roundabout ways. Oh yeah! I get double my ammo.
Double down.
Time for trials. I'm ready. I'd take double down over final round any day of the week.
Yeah, it was fun to actually spawn in with ammo.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then after each spear ruined it for everyone.
Yep. What a novel idea. Spawning into a PvP game mode with ammo.
And you just hear people firing off rounds at the start of the match, like, oh no, here we go.
Oh my gosh, the few times we ran trials, John, before we decided this game mode is dumb and not worth it. I remember that. We'd start, the round would start, we would always stop and listen. Okay, are they doing it? Are they doing it? Alright, sniper's out. It was cheese. Absolute cheese. Now, Jay, go right ahead, man.
I remember fighting those final round sweats. Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't kill him? Wow.
I don't even know if I'd call them sweats. They don't deserve that title. You're firing off all your shots so that you can get an easy, cheesy body shot kill? Come on.
Here I am with just my season 1 LDR.
LDR? Yeah.
It's like, this is fine.
This works.
Yeah. One of my LDRs got completely nerfed after that because it had double down on it. And I was sad about it because they totally just put double down into the dirt.
Woo. I can't believe I landed that mountaintop shot. You know, and it's weird that they nerfed LDR only to then release all those ridiculous snipers in Taken King and Beyond. It's like, here's Shadow of Aim Assist.
Yep, Shadow of Aim Assist. Yeah.
Sitting there, just looking at your LDR, blinking.
Yeah, I still have that thing too. Cause I still like whip it out from time to time just to admire, and then I realize it's trash because they pushed out LDRs in year 3 that just have more aim assist natively. Yep. It's a different gun. They didn't tell you that. I think LDR in year 1 had around 40 to 45 aim assist, and then the year 3 version of LDR has like 60 to 65 base.
Yeah, it was in the 60s.
It was crazy. And then you had short gaze and hidden hand, all the other bonuses on top of that, and it's dumb. It's so dumb. It's such a, like, when you scroll over a enemy with the old LDR, there's a little bit of stickiness to it if you're on a controller. Well, I guess you have to be on controller if you're playing D1, unless you're on a Chronos or a Zen.
Jeez.
But then you go and use the year 3 versions, and it's a whole different experience.
Completely different weapon.
You kind of scroll over your target. Oh, it's pulling. It's like a fish just bit your hook, and you're like, okay, I can't get off this damn head.
Gotta get it.
Oh, God, year 3 snipers are such a night and day difference from year 1.
Come on, please. Let me sprint. Thank you.
And they did the same with longbow synth too.
Yeah.
Nope. It's when I see people running around with year 1 longbow synth, I had to stop and do like a double take. You know the year 3 version's better than that, right? You know you can get a better roll, Chief.
Well, some people are like you. They have integrity.
From this loss and fight again.
Ah, golden gun, the ultimate cheese. 1,000-yard stare, jeepers! I did way too many
So they beat you.
things to get that damn gun, dude. 1,000-yard stare was good, and it was a part of that like Jonathan said, that second wave of snipers that Bungie put out.
Did I throw all the grenades?
It was just like, all aim assist. I don't know what the philosophy change was between year 1 and year 2, but yeah, year 2 snipers and beyond were just full of aim assist. Let me back out so Jay can join.
Yep. You had that. You had Benevolence was good.
Mm-hmm. Supremacy, although that was year 1.
Yeah. I think people use the Arene in PvE, but I don't. I forget if that was used in any in PvP.
Wasn't that an Omelon sniper?
Yeah, it was Omelon.
Those things were weird. Those are some funky looking snipers, man. Odd zoom, really weird handling.
Yep.
Is he on? No, I don't even see him on. Dang, I left the queue for nothing. Shit. I miss your vendor reset in D1. I think everybody does. I miss Arms Day too. It was nice having a different series of weapon rolls every week.
I gotta confess, I never really got into the going to, what was it, the gunsmith that had the new stuff that you can do. I never really got into it.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't miss too much. It's just every week he'd have a different series of weapon packages that you could pick up. You could pick up one of each, or you could pick up, I think, one of them each week. And the following week on Wednesday, you could you could basically turn that package in for a specific role. The role would change all the time.
Yeah.
And so,
I think it's just because most of the guns he had, well, maybe not most, but the guns that he had, I just wasn't interested in using.
Yeah, they were kind of lesser versions of a lot of the other guns that were top tier weapons. So like if you couldn't get a god rolled, say summoner, or a god rolled, what was that fallen themed auto? It was like wolf something. Anyway, it was
Claw, right?
Something like that. It was the bullet hose auto. You could go to the gunsmith and get like an Arminius D, which was almost as good, basically just as good statistically, and could get the same rolls.
It was Wolf Slayer's Claw, Sean, yeah.
Wolf Slayer's Claw, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I remember grinding to get a good roll of that thing.
I know, we would hit up, for the strangest reasons, we would be like, hey, let's go do Smelly Prison.
Prison of Elders, oh boy.
But you could get a couple of good rolls from like the gunsmith. Like I think it was the DIS 47 or 43.
Yeah, the 47 was the fast rate of fire one. The 43 was the slower, harder hitting one.
You can get a full auto roll on the 47. Ooh, that thing slapped. That thing.
Yeah, that was good. That was real good. Yeah, the gunsmith definitely had some worthwhile stuff. The Suros rocket launcher was really good when you could get, that classic roll of tripod and grenades and horseshoes. I miss it. At least we got grenades and horseshoes back with Truth. Still very pleased that they brought Truth back in its full year 1 form. I never would have expected that.
Did we get anything good hand cannon wise from the gunsmith?
He had,
because most of them were like Hake hand cannons, weren't they?
Yeah, they were Hake hand cannons. So the really high impact, slow rate of fire ones. And I think technically you could get a couple of decent luck in the chamber rolls, but it was always gimmicky stuff. It was nothing to challenge that weird crucible hand cannon. What was that thing called? Or Ias Luna.
What was the There was one hand cannon that was decent that you get an okay roll. It was like the Kumakatak or something like that.
Yeah, Kumakatak. I think that was
that was like an Omelon, right?
Yeah, that was Omelon.
Yeah. You're talking about Crucible hand cannons like Palindrome?
Yeah, Palindrome. That was it. There was nothing that the gunsmith had to like challenge Palindrome or Ias Luna.
Yeah, those two were king, along with if you could get a really good rolled what was it called?
They have the lead.
Is it the Fixer? Lord High Fixer?
Oh, Lord High Fixer. Yeah, that was year 1. Then I think they brought it back in year 3, right?
Yeah, they did. They pretty much brought back all the year 1 weapons in year 3. They brought back that and the Red Hand 9. I think they released 2 with the new Monarchy pack.
Mm-hmm. Man, so many good weapon models just kind of left in the past. Although I guess technically we got Red Hand 9. No, not that. We got... One of those models came back as Luna's Howl.
Mm-hmm.
How do I join up on you? Do I send a friend request? Yeah, just toss me a friend request. Woo. Oh, I was hoping to go around the corner.
Still will never forget, Sean.
What's that?
3 Nightfalls. 3 Devil You Don'ts.
No! My absolute demise. And 2 of them were the exact same role.
Yep.
I guess technically all 3 were the exact same role. It's just 2 were identical, and the last one had the same perks but different sights. I was unhappy. Oh my god.
Had never been more stingy in his entire life.
You know, I told that story on the podcast, I think a week or so ago, as probably my most frustrating but also fondest strike memory. Us running Sepix and me getting the Devil You Don't 3 times in a row with 3 virtually identical rolls. Oh my goodness. I think that was when I started doing the whole salty sweet thing.
Yep.
When we recorded our Nightfall loot to show exactly how bad my RNG
Only
was.
5 minutes left.
That was the inspiration for that series. I miss doing that. I miss caring enough about Nightfalls to do that.
This is amazing.
I forgot about this one. The High Road Soldier. Oh my.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard that one in a while. Was that was a scout rifle, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was one of the rarer ones.
Oh yeah, you can get a good roll on it too. I think I had a pretty alright roll on mine when I got it to drop. I only got 1 to drop ever. Or maybe I got 2 to drop or something. But that thing was really, really rare. Extremely rare.
Right, because it like only dropped from, was it strikes, daily missions, something like that.
Yeah, it was really exclusive.
Really exciting rolls. I hear a golden gun in my bottom, feels unsafe.
Bam. Where you at, boy?
Ah!
Come here.
Please.
Feels bad. I wasn't able to save you.
That name is the Red Queen. Is that our Red Queen? I don't remember if she has a "the" in front of her name.
My queen.
My queen.
Queen. I'm
Sweet
a
lady.
simp.
Oh, absolutely. We simp for Red Queen here. She's a real sweetheart. I like her. And I just Nova bombed potentially her. Somebody go see if she's streaming. If she is, and that was her, tell her I'm sorry. My queen, no, my queen.
I'm looking at all these shotguns. I just get sad.
Yep, yeah. Oh,
I'm just sitting here listening to you guys talk about all these things, all these guns. I'm just like, did I even play Destiny 1, dude? Because it's like, what gun is that? I don't remember that, dude. What in the world?
Yeah, there was such good stuff, man.
Mm.
And it's hard to it's crazy to go back and think about it because we don't have a lot of that same stuff now.
Ordinary and vulnerable.
We are indeed ordinary and vulnerable.
Dang.
Yo, Cajun Bouncer, you can get in here too if you want, man.
I forgot about 2 to the Morgue. Dang.
Yeah, 2 to the Morgue. Void shotgun, right?
Yeah.
All right, Jay. I don't know if you tossed me a friend request. I don't see it up on here yet. Pull up my friend thing. Man, there were a lot of good weapons back in D1.
Oh.
Or I guess you could just give me your name, your username. Yeah.
Oh, man. 77 Wizard.
Yeah. Oh, 77 was
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese fusion.
You had that. You had the calming.
Yep, the free will, that was a good one. Her revenge, that was the queen one.
Benevolence, was that one as well?
That was sniper rifle, yeah.
Yeah.
You get, that was one of the few reasons to do prison after you've done everything. Go in there and try and get your short gaze hidden hand roll.
What was the hand cannon? Or was there a hand cannon?
From the queen?
From Prison of Elders?
Yeah.
Oh. I think there was. I can't remember what it was though.
Because it was a primary, right?
It
Yeah.
We can get a burn.
Her Mercy?
Yeah, I think it was Her Mercy.
And it
I think
was
so.
Trash?
Yeah, I think it was.
I mean,
Do you remember?
you ain't wrong.
I mean, that was. I'm pretty sure you were just better off using a Timer's Lash because it was on the same archetype.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And Timur's Lash could, two-shot in Crucible at least. Because, hey, everybody, remember back in the day when Iron Banner weapons didn't suck?
Yeah.
Iron Banner weapons used to be top tier. Like some of the best stuff in the game. Iron Banner used to be a good counterpart to Trials. Like, you didn't have a Trial squad? That's alright. Iron Banner comes around once a month to get you weapons that are almost as good with the same light gains. It was good stuff.
Yep. I'll remember when what was it? Explosive rounds actually just won you every gunfight because it made your opponent flinch.
The flinch, because it made you flinch as much as you would when you got hit by an LMG. Just good stuff. And like the flinch was proportionate with the impact of your weapon. So like if you were using a hard-hitting like hand cannon with explosive rounds, that flinch was real. Marky says, I remember Gen X 100's dumb good luck. Oh, absolutely. And
Oh, my goodness.
Jay's luck was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Is ridiculous. It's the dumbest thing in the world. That's half of what the Salty Suite was about. It was about me getting trash every week and Jordan getting the greatest stuff. Like, oh wow, another Gjallarhorn. Where will I put all these?
Meanwhile, Sean's counting his strange coins. I'll tell you
Do I
what.
remember that? Oh my gosh.
I have 13 strange coins. Jay, what'd you get?
A rocket launcher? Wait, what rocket launcher?
My third Gjallarhorn. At least we know what Sean did with all those strange coins. He walked up to Crota and was like, "Gimme, I'll pay you."
Please. And Frodo was like, let me see it. Thanks, Crota. You've always been the homie. You'll always be one of my favorites. Oh, absolutely.
Skolas gave you what? Your Hawkmoon?
Yeah, Skolas was Hawkmoon. Crota was Gjallarhorn for me.
Yeah, and those happened like within 2 or 3 weeks of each other, I want to say.
Yeah, at the end of House of Wolves.
Yeah. Hey man, at least you got some use out of them.
I was so loyal. And I didn't get my stuff until the end of House of Wolves. But you know who you remember who the true homie was, right? Oh, by the way, Shiloh, good morning to you, girl. How you doing?
True homie. I thought it was Skolas.
Skolas was a homie. He was not the homie. You'll remember in a sec. I'll give you a hint. He has no house.
Tanix.
Oh, Tanix.
Tanix was the homie.
Oh, I got Tanix and Skolas mixed up.
Oh.
I was thinking, I was like, who? Like, I thought I already said the guy who dropped you your Hawkmoon. I thought it was Skolas, not Tanix. Yeah, Tanix was probably the guy who dropped the most exotics on stream. I want to say, like, he dropped.
Oh, absolutely. Like Tanix was like, "Hey, yo, I'm the Nightfall again. Here's an exotic, just for coming in."
Yeah, that, and you had to run a strat to get Black Hammer, which was
the champion.
Or not Black Hammer, Black Spindle.
Spindle, yeah. Scuffed Hammer.
Yeah, and that was a good time. Fatebringer, Black Hammer, Gjallarhorn. That was a beautiful meta. Beautiful PvE meta.
It was the greatest PvE meta we ever had, and we'll never have it again.
Yep.
Nothing will ever compare. That was a perfect primary, perfect secondary, and an unbelievably powerful heavy.
Yeah, Black Hammer was probably was the strength of an exotic.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That was an exotic weapon.
Fatebringer. Yeah, I mean, it was like having 3 exotics. It's beautiful.
I miss it.
There's a way to just go back and, or for Bungie to implement meta timelines where you could just play a certain meta for. I would love it.
I'd live in 2014 forever, bro. You kidding me? Like, looking at 2014's meta, this is my home.
Yep.
I would even take pre-patched Vex Mythoclast era. Just erasure.
That and what was it? Pocket.
Pocket Infinity.
Oh god, that was the time to play Crucible.
The forbidden weapon.
That's what I had to play with, because I didn't have to met the class. I had to try and like counter the sweats with Pocket.
And you did, with a couple of 50+ games. I got a Valor reset.
Incredible meat.
Which means time for a tower visit.
That one time I dropped 10k score in Control.
Pocket.
Broken.
Carry Infinity. Like, alright team, hop on my back.
Would you like a 5 to 8 round fusion rifle that's full auto? Yes I would.
And see, players today who weren't around then just don't understand how good that thing was.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
It was broken. It was the definition of broken. Everybody was too busy focusing on the one person in the lobby who had a Mythoclast. Nobody was paying attention to the person who had Pocket Infinity. Just erasing entire rooms of enemies.
Can you imagine if Bungie had the mentality of Gearbox and they said, this weapon's really broken. We should put in another weapon that's just as broken as it. Yes. And they just kept doing that.
To distract. Yeah.
Oh man. That thought just sent shivers down my spine.
That would make me happy, because I love the way Gearbox balances their game.
Yep. They don't shy away.
Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
In Borderlands 2, the OP levels made it a chore to play, but
right.
In Borderlands 3, they've literally just done creep
Yeah.
up everything.
And you know what?
All these builds are broken. Let's go.
And it's shown what? That it doesn't destroy your game. Your game is still fun to play.
It's beautiful. There are certain problematic weapons that are so far and beyond at like the launch of the game that they had to reevaluate them and nerf them down, but eventually they kind of just said, you know what, let's just make builds that revolve around these broken weapons and just make the build diversity that much more. So you can be like, okay, I want to play Moze. Do I want to play Splash, Chucker, or TD Chucker, Sentry, or Iron Bear? And they've created this huge diversity of builds that lend themselves to different weapons and class mods and all that other stuff. which I think Bungie can learn from. Be like, okay, do I want to play a elemental build? Do I want to play a kinetic build? Do I want to play a splash build or some other way of playing the game other than take my favorite primary, my favorite secondary, my favorite heavy, and I'm good.
Yeah.
100%.
There's so much more you can do with your sandbox, and you're just trying to focus on not like making the game so unbalanced that you're pigeonholing your design team to the point where they're creating similar weapons and builds because they're too afraid to branch out because they don't want to break the game.
They're terrified of it. And they really shouldn't be. It's ridiculous. It just shows you what it's like when you have a dev team that embraces that sort of thing rather than, flees from any sort of outlier. And of course, I think a part of that has to do with the fact that there's PvP in Destiny and there isn't PvP in Borderlands.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think that's on Bungie to figure out.
What if they released D1, just released like year 3 D1, but just took the PvP out of it?
I'd play it.
And I play it too.
That does sound really good.
Yeah. I swapped characters, dude, and couldn't get back into your tower. Dang.
No problem. I'll join you in a second. Just getting rid of stuff from my inventory.
Right.
Alright. But yeah, because I know they've updated the game, came out with a couple of, I'm talking about Borderlands 3. Like DLCs and everything like that. I haven't touched it since launch last year. So
there's so much to play through too. And
I've kind of been getting the itch to like give it another go, but play it on PC. So I'd start from scratch.
I'm here. I am here. I can point you to build, be like, okay, let's go farm that. Because
I did enjoy my time playing the game. I just didn't have anything to stick around for. So
they have overhauled the loot system too. They have diversified the loot pools and have made every single drop, kind of like in Borderlands 2, by the end of its life cycle, every single unique legendary you could go farm from a specific source. It's the same thing now. You can go farm a specific piece of gear from a certain mob or like a boss, and it's beautiful. Be like, okay, I want to pigeonhole and go farm this, and this.
Huh. A focused grind. Weird. I wonder if there's any other looter shooter companies that could probably learn from that. Big think.
What character did you play, dude?
I played Moze.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I have a build right now on Moze that would make you salivate. I am literally unkillable.
This man is he's the Moze salesman. Do I have a build for you, young man?
Yes.
Not to mention that they have overhauled every single class. Like Zane is good, Sean. Zane is insanely good now.
Oh, he doesn't suck now? He's not the worst of the bunch?
He is amazing now. He is with incredible speed, and I clone my gun to deal like 5,000 times splash damage. Sure, let's go with that, Chief.
I dig that. I dig that. Zane needed damage.
I was very sad because Moze in endgame stuff couldn't use her Big Bear.
Iron Bear was trash.
Iron Bear.
You focused around Hex and Splash build with Blastmaster.
Yep.
And that was the build. Now you can build around Iron Bear. Iron Bear is decent, and by decent, slap.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know when I'd get back into it because still playing 14.
That's right.
Going through post Stormblood right now, and Beyond Light's coming out in a month. So it's probably gonna have to be like maybe sometime in December when there's a lull in content for Destiny. Is my guess.
You act as if the November-December launch windows aren't gonna just pull your ass away from everything.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Look, I know I'm gonna be busy in November on Cyberpunk, making characters with the genital sliders at absolute maximum. Big Meat 222 will be a reality.
You don't need Skyrim mods for that.
I don't need the. That's the beauty of it.
No,
I don't need the
dude.
Skyrim mods. I can have the biggest titties. I can have the biggest
my
dick.
gosh.
It's gonna happen.
That's true. I forgot about all the other games that are coming out.
There's a lot of
I've
stuff
just been so
coming out.
focused on
Yeah.
like just Beyond Light because I want to play through all that new content. So,
Computer's not bad on this, but
I've literally taken my government check, just put it in my bank account, haven't touched it. I am
Nice.
ready. I am ready. I need this, I need this, I need this.
yep, there's gonna be a lot of stuff to buy in November.
And then, of course, I gotta reserve that copy in March for that special.
Monster
That's
Hunter,
special
baby.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter. I'm ready for it. I'll leave that exotic in there.
Want to see me waste 5,000 hours? Want to see me do it again?
Want to see me do it again? That's right. YouTube content for Borderlands is highlighted on the 29th of October. Wait, they're doing another expansion to it?
What do you need?
Dang.
Was made for you.
Good. I'm glad they're supporting that game.
Wood Villains, yes. Hellwalker, which is the tip of the cap to Doom, is amazing now. It's a double barrel shotty. In base game, it was not good at all, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is one of the best weapons for flak. It is incredible.
Okay.
It is my Olympia fetish if it was in Borderlands 3.
Dang.
I boot up
Guardian, by all
I boot up my Jacobs flak just to sit there and clap everything with Hellwalker. It's so much fun. I feel
I
like
might have to
Doom
jump back
Slayer.
in and play it at some point in time.
It is worth it, and the 4 DLCs that they put out have been phenomenal. Although Blood and Stone hasn't really captured my my attention like the other 3 have, though. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the other 3 are great.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump in and get reacquainted with Borderlands 3 because I'm like you, Duke. I haven't played it since initial release. I just beat it, went through the Mayhems and all that, and then was like, all right, well, I've completed this. I'm good. Never went back.
Oh, Tomahawk is a
Jay.
man after my own heart.
Oh, Hades! Everybody is talking about that game. Literally everybody's playing it. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
The alpha was great too.
Yeah, you were the first person to talk to me about that game, Jonathan.
Yeah, I've been playing Hades for months. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. It's a great game.
Tossed you an invite,
Fantastic
Jay.
music.
You can join up.
Fantastic music, fantastic art, and incredible gameplay loop with a lot of branching paths that you can force your build into.
Moving with incredible speed.
Exactly, incredible speed.
oh, what the heck,
What's up?
bro? What ship is that you have?
Me?
Yeah,
The Cella
Chella
Inn.
N.
This is from
Oh.
Season of Opulence.
Do I have that? I think I do. Maybe. I don't know. Cause I was just
Yeah.
looking at because I'm watching the stream. I saw it on the stream. I was like, wait, what is that? Have I seen that before?
I'm glad you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Squeak, the Imago loop grind. Dude, doing the sub 5 minute echo chamber runs. I lived for that. It was great, man.
I did not get it.
Probably one of my favorite things to do. As Division 2 sits in a corner crying, look, I put my time into Division 2. I'm at over 100 hours in that game. And I'll, jump back to it whenever they make new content. I enjoy Division 2.
Division 2 is fantastic.
It's good.
It has gotten to a point when Warlords came out. Well, a little bit after Warlords, I want to say, like maybe a month or 2 after Warlords, when they ironed everything out.
Yeah,
It was probably my favorite looter shooter to play at the time.
Yeah.
And
It was
it's
good.
still a fantastic sandbox. Like if you want to go make really broken builds, you can. It is a fun experience.
They've expanded on a lot of those. It's no longer just a game of get your crit as high as possible. They've expanded on a lot of the alternative builds too. You can make poison builds, fire builds, all kinds of stuff. It's good.
Electronics is finally good in
It's
Division 2.
finally good again.
Finally.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have, I think the last thing I was working on, it's like 2, maybe 3 months ago, last time I was really deep into Division 2, I was making like electronics and explosive builds. And, good. When you can sit back and have your turret just set off 7 million damage explosions 33 times before it, runs out of energy, and then its respawn time is like 12 seconds, that's pretty good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed Division 2. Oh, Jonathan's favorite map. Ape Central.
Retribution?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, they're taking it out
They're
of
taking
the
it
rotation,
away.
aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Doesn't
Jonathan...
bother me. I don't plan on playing Beyond Light, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Just in case you were ever going to get curious about jumping back into this PvP, don't. They're taking out the best map.
Man,
Like, nice.
clapping the death donut makes me sad.
This was the best shotgunning map.
Absolutely. My retold tale and I have plenty of stories. Beautiful.
Excuse me, coming through.
Oh,
Hannibal, busting
so-
through.
so Sean, I never told Andrew why I wanted Black Ops 3 back, and then he asked, he's like, "Wait a minute, why'd you want to play that old ass COD again?" I was like, "Well, 3 years ago, I got the Olympia." He's like, "Say no more, fam."
I got you. Dude, I will absolutely join you for that, man.
I just need to get used to boost jumping again.
That's gonna be weird. Well, maybe for you, because you don't play Destiny.
Yeah.
Finally, playing
Are you
D2 pays
serious?
off.
Ah.
I could feel that in my bones.
So much.
Dang, I just had a knife trade. So this is the power of Hunter Cheese.
Really exciting cheese.
Really exciting cheese.
Of course.
Why you looks at Arcstrider. Why you making up stories?
Have we shown Duke that?
We linked it to him. I don't know if you've actually seen it.
What are you referring to?
We can't talk about it on stream.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, we cannot talk about it. But we have a code name for it.
The Ape Man. He is
Alright.
here.
Calling me intrigued.
Oh, Randy's. I wish you were better.
It'll click with you when you realize that a bunch of references we've been making for years have stemmed from this.
100%.
But we can't talk about it on stream.
Not here. Not on Twitch. I've done a lot of ban-worthy things in my life, but none so egregious as this.
Dang, alright. Now I really
Diamonds
got
are
to see this.
Diamonds are fleeting, but a good ape is forever.
It's forever.
Yeah, like, I would say almost like 40% of the references we've been making for the past 5 years
Could go your
come
way,
from that skit.
could go theirs.
Ooh, I'll take that. Yoink.
Look what you have.
Excuse me, this is truth. When I fire it, you just take the hit and die? Question? Huh? What? What? That man just walked right through the blade barrage. I'm a little spooked.
It appears the decoy was a success.
Oh, absolutely. I just got decoyed. This place do got security up the ass. Yeah.
You're in the
Yeah.
lead.
It's dangling time.
Oh man.
This dude's name is Shittus.
Ah, of course.
Yeah, swing and a miss, Bob Dole. I'm not even sure how that happened, but I do appreciate how the Titan just kind of flexed and walked right through it.
I'll go ahead and grab it for Duke. I'll send him a DM.
Woo. The 4 train. Oh, see? I hear the sound. This is what we call a fun police in its natural habitat. Just firing tethers everywhere. Not even a guarantee that there's anybody in that hallway, but he's still firing them.
You're beaten. This time.
Wait, we're beaten? Did anybody else get the Zavala defeat dialogue?
Nope.
I did. He was like, "You're beaten. Better luck next time. Victory." What do you mean? Randy's ghost bullets? Yeah, ghost bullets are the least of the problems with Randy's throwing knife. Scouts are just bad. They're just so bad. You know what they should have done with Randy's? Randy's should be a physical version of the Viced scout rifles. And I guess that's kind of what it is. Although I don't think it fires quite as quickly as those.
Randy's. Let's see, what RPM is that?
Yeah, let's check that out.
Scout.
Stuff like the Black Scorpion. All that kind of stuff. There we go. Oh, it is. Yeah, 260. Randy's is that. But why doesn't it hit as hard then? Because it definitely doesn't hit as hard as the Black Scorpion does right now. That's weird. Very strange. Not a great weapon though. Hopefully hopefully scouts are going to be getting a buff in Beyond Light, and it'll make weapons like this a little bit better. Maybe someday the the Oxygen SR3 will be a worthwhile weapon. Let's see. How many? Look, let's do a quick poll. We got about 30 people here. How many people actually got the Oxygen SR3? It was the Vanguard Pinnacle weapon for like either Season of the Forge. No, Season of the Forge was main, or the fusion rifle.
It was the Gambit season.
The Gambit season, yeah. How many of y'all out there actually got the Oxygen? Here it is. Oxygen SR3. I did. And I want it so badly to be good. But it's just not, because scout rifles aren't great. It was meant to be a reference to the hung jury of old from D1. And it's a pretty poor reference at that. It's a pretty poor imitation. And I remember when I made my review video for this thing, I said, I like the concept of it having Dragonfly and its special ability Mega Neura, where landing multiple precision shots builds up a modifier that makes the Dragonfly explosion bigger. And I remember saying that this should be bigger and stronger. Mega Neura is a cool effect. I like the idea behind it. It should be bigger and stronger, and also it should also have a secondary ability of proccing after you've landed a certain number of shots. So if you're using it against a boss, you're not going to kill a boss in 2 or 3 shots, and you land 5 shots, that boss should detonate and take explosive damage. Just as a little bit of damage on top. And also, Bungie shouldn't have been scared of adding triple tap to it. Part of the problem with the Oxygen is the fact that you run out of ammo with it so quickly, and you don't get the benefit of the precision explosions very often. And part of the reason why Hung Jury was so well received is because you could fire Hung Jury forever. It had a huge magazine size. It had triple tap. It had Firefly. So as long as you're landing precision shots, you were getting plenty of ammo back. And Oxygen just doesn't have any of that. It's a pretty piss poor knockoff of the glory that was the Hung Jury. Here behind me. Run away, Duke, run away!
Wait, but it's heavy.
I got 5
Can I
seconds,
get him?
please.
Got him.
I got it, 7 shards. I did. Can't remember if I used it or not. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's a pinnacle weapon that never got its time in the sun. Kaboom.
You're pulling ahead. Keep it that way.
He baited me.
Damn.
I got baited.
Feels bad.
Oh no!
I didn't even see the tether marker.
This is such a chunky rocket launcher. I love it.
Oh, was this man invisible? I am confused. He literally appeared in front of me. What is happening?
Your opponents are gaining on
Whew.
you.
Kaboom.
Tell them to
I want you to come here. I want you to come here. I want you to come here.
I want you to do it. I want you to hit me. Hit me.
Hit me! Oh my gosh!
Thank
Again, the tether.
Yeah, I'm staying out of the mid because there's just a dude sitting there non-stop spamming tether. I knew you were coming around that corner. I could hear you.
Also, I saw the
No.
what is it
Got
called?
him. Monster Hunter?
The thumbnail that John sent me, and I understand why you call it Ape Man. Yes.
There are a great many things we talk about here on the show, but that's one of the things we can't talk verbatim about. Maybe on YouTube, not here.
Your advantage grows. Stay strong.
I just want a truth, people, please. Thank you.
Delightful. 2 for 1.
Hide behind a rock.
Oh, I screwed that up. I didn't screw that up though.
Double down. You're breaking them.
I'm proud of myself. I pulled off the old shotgun melee. I haven't played Destiny 2 PvP in so long, and it's very apparent. That's alright, it's Mayhem. Everything's supposed to be wild. I am getting a ton of Cipher decoders.
Very nice. I've gotten 6, I think. Oh no, I have 8 now. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm at 14.
No.
So they definitely upped that drop rate. Very happy about that.
I love it.
You want in, Squeak? That's fine. I'll be playing another game or two. Get on in here, buddy. TBL, tell me why Bungie's so afraid of fun. I don't know, man. I really don't get it. And like, I wish somebody who went to one of these community summits would ask them that question. Why do you hate fun? Why do you fear power? What's Fallout doing? Just chilling in the tower. Alright. Into the queue we go.
I have a feeling it's going to get to a point where we're just going to have a set number of guns for PvP.
Mm-hmm.
And they are truly going to have to balance both modes entirely separate. We're going to get 5 autos, 5 pulses, 5 hand cannons.
Yeah.
And we can customize those with perks the ways we want, similar to a created class system from another shooter. But the PvE system is going to be entirely different.
I could see that. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Please give it to me.
And
Please.
Honestly, they should be balancing these PvP and PvE separately. The two things shouldn't touch at all. And I know the excuse they've used over the years, well, I shouldn't say excuse, the explanation they've used over the years will be nice, has been that they want your experience in PvE to feel the same as your experience in PvP, so that the gun you're using in PvP feels the same as it does in PvE. I never understood that. What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balance
I think
is
if
clearly
they do
going to be different.
I think if they do a created class system, it'll allow people to be creative with the types of builds and weapons that they enjoy playing within PvE, but they can apply it to a legendary. And maybe maybe you pick one from a select list of exotics. Maybe you pick I don't know, Telesto or something that's not egregiously broken, but something that you can go into Crucible and use decently well. Maybe you use what's that tri-burst hand cannon. You can use that as your primary. Or,
Crimson?
Yeah, Crimson. You can just use that, or something that is not egregiously overpowered. You can't use Bastion. You can't use Vow or some other weapon that can just take over the game if you get on a roll with it. If they do it, they're gonna have to put restrictions on exotics. I feel like maybe you get to pick from a list of exotic armor and exotic weapons before you start your match.
Which is, what happened, with sweats and all that in year 1 of D1. They knew some things were like exotic armor needed to be reined in.
And there was no way to police it, so they just blanket banned every piece of armor. And there's like, okay, we can't really police what we can and can't use as far as armor goes, so let's just go ahead and remove that factor entirely. And I think the list of exotic weapons they banned was only pocket. That was it.
Yeah.
They looked at pocket and said,
been. No.
And just everything else was good.
And I doubt Bungie will ever do anything like that. I very much doubt that they'll ever, because it just seems to go against the spirit of how they've set Destiny up thus far.
Yeah.
But I think, that there's stuff like that they could do. You can definitely balance weapons and armor differently between PvE and PvP. Plenty of other MMOs do that. The Division does that. You can use your same loadout in PvP that you use in PvP. But the weapons and your abilities act differently. Same thing with Final Fantasy XIV. It's the same thing with basically any other MMO out there. I just think they just, for whatever reason, haven't wanted to go that route. And at this point, I have no idea how they would even push to implement that. Seems like a kind of major change that we wouldn't see until, rude. Until D3.
This man was camping in here.
Just firing tethers?
Yeah, no, just using his dodge ability to blind the radar and everything.
That's why I kept getting misdirected. That's a dick move.
He was literally in that little pocket room, just doing it over and over again because it'll reach the outside.
Yeah,
so
it's everything. How gross. I was wondering why I kept getting misdirected. Like, I don't even see a man's. Where is he?
That's right.
It's a pretty good cheese strat, I gotta say. I'm riding with you. Oh, Wardcliff.
Bye.
Okay. So that's golden gun. Made a miss.
Oh, what? Wait, how did I? Oh, okay. I was very confused.
Whew.
5 minutes left. Keep it up.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with PvP. Huskow. This dude's named after a mediocre sniper or a rocket launcher rather.
Okay. Yep. Ah, dang it.
Alright, it is lunchtime, boys.
Right on, brother.
It's time. Feast.
No, not again.
I'm gonna go make some burgers.
Ooh,
It's gonna be great.
I feel that. I've got some ground beef in the fridge too.
This man
Grill some
spammed.
burgers.
Oh, so Duke, now you know that you're in our group or in our main server.
Yeah.
You are subjected to every food post that Sean has.
Oh yeah,
Let's
there's no save now.
go.
Yeah, like the W server only gets a fraction of what I have to deal with on like a daily basis, and you have to deal with Nate, because Nate flexes on us on a pretty much
Oh yeah,
daily basis.
Nate will flex on everyone. He will flex on everyone's cheeks. All right,
I look forward to the flexes.
I got time for one more.
We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good
All right,
day.
ladies
Catch
and
you,
gentlemen.
bro.
Oh, by the way, John,
Yeah.
we're almost done with our first airship.
Really?
We're on the,
Huh?
Yeah, we're on the last piece of our first airship.
Dang, y'all. What'd y'all do last night after I got off?
I got to work. I
Dang.
pushed through to get most of it done, and then I don't know what his real name is, but Warlord Shax hopped on and helped finish up some of it too.
Nice.
That's my bud in from back home in Jersey.
Right on.
So.
Oh, cool stuff, man. Yeah, he hopped on and helped finish up a couple of the steps too.
So, question: when he was crafting, Sean, did the helmet stay on?
It did. It actually did. He was reciting poetry all the way.
Sounds good. All right, I'll probably hop on and do some airship stuff or some submarine stuff later.
Right on. Yeah, so the airship's almost finished. I guess I haven't started a submarine yet, but I guess we can whenever.
Yeah. All right, man. I will talk to y'all later.
Take it
See
easy,
you, bro.
brother. All right, let's do one more of these.
Yes. I think after we do this game, I'm probably just gonna do my one run of Haunted Forest and then get off, make some food.
Yeah, to go ahead and open your chest.
Yep.
I feel that. Dang, if only you could go into the Haunted Forest with a full fire team. 6 people dominating.
Oh my goodness. I mean, actually, yeah, that would be pretty dope. Just thinking about it, because they could make it like Menagerie in terms of running through the forest, giving you modifiers for tasks to do in the forest itself. That'd be pretty
cool.
dope.
I'd play that. Let's see, got Dire Promise. Still haven't gotten a good roll of this. Maybe someday.
I've basically all but given up on getting rolls on anything.
I mean,
I'm just content.
I mean, you're not wrong for that.
No.
At this point, being content is about the best that you could ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, you getting rolls and grinding for loot. You got Monster Hunter for that now.
Exactly. It is sad to see the game come to an end, but I'm looking forward to Rise. It's gonna be great.
I mean, I would say to Capcom, as an experiment, Monster Hunter World has been an absolute unabashed success.
Yeah.
Absolute
100%.
success. It blows my mind that it's become the best-selling Capcom game of all time. Like, I never would have guessed.
Was before it?
What's that?
What was the game that was selling best before World
I don't
came
even
out?
know. I'd imagine like a Resident Evil title or something like that. Maybe Marvel vs. Capcom.
Actually, yeah, I could see that.
But it blows my mind that that World became Capcom's best-selling game ever. It absolutely deserves it.
Yeah.
What a fantastic experience Monster Hunter World is. Very happy that a lot of people, especially like people like you who had never played the Monster Hunter franchise, have been able to get into it and enjoy it. This is a bad idea, but we're gonna do it.
Absolutely true. I still remember, I think it was on the PSP. I don't know which one it was, but my bud, Warlord Shax, because he's a Monster Hunter fan as well. He's been playing for a very long time, but he introduced the game to me on, I don't remember which PSP game it was. I hopped on and I was just absolutely confused, so I did not bother to keep playing it. And then when World was going to come out, he said, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot, because everybody that I know, like all of you guys, have been huge Monster Hunter fans, so I decided
we talked it up.
Oh yes, you definitely did. So, it was a good investment, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's definitely in my top 10 games of all time. It is it has been a fantastic success, and I know there has to be a sequel coming. Good job, Squeak.
Oh yes.
It made too much
100%.
money for there not to be a sequel.
Now all we gotta hope is they put in all the rest of the put the Fated 4 in there, put Gore in there. That's what I want. I need to fight Batman.
I gotta get that Astalos armor, or Ryzex, or whatever they call it.
Yes. Yes, Astalos armor would be fantastic, dude.
It's good stuff. It's just such a fantastic game, and I'm bummed that it's at the end of its lifespan, but I think it really shows what a labor of love it's been for Capcom, that, you know, they get to this point, they have all this success, and at the end they decide, all right, well, everybody wants Fatalis, so here's Fatalis. I just saved your life, whoever that was. Stupid drift. Drifted right past the window, threw all my knives into the wall.
Oh no.
Nicely done. Behind me! I heard him. Yeah, it really makes me excited for what's going to be coming next. Of course, you know, we got Rise next year. Very much looking forward to that. And then, I wouldn't be surprised if Capcom announces a World 2 sometime soon.
Yeah.
Dang, auto rifle game
5
strong.
minutes remaining. I can feel that in my bones.
Got his 2 shots off and dipped. Bloop bloop, I'm out. And like, so what would be on your wish list for a World 2?
World 2. Honestly,
They didn't kill him.
I think so. I'd love for them to like try give another go at underwater stuff, because there are some really cool looking monsters that are like, you know, exclusively underwater monsters.
Yep.
So I feel like that'd be pretty dope. But also, maybe if you could import your character into World 2,
Yes.
but here's like story-wise, because obviously it'll be more of a story-focused game than anything. Your character is like the new commander or admiral from the previous game, and then you, a new player, come in and you're working underneath them. I think that'd be pretty cool story-wise for them to do that.
That'd be a cool story thing to do. And, you know, they've done that sort of thing before, where you take your previous hunter and put them into the new game. But it's always just explained away as, okay, so you went on a big trip. The guild requested you in like a new locale. You couldn't bring all your stuff. Because it's not like, you know, it's an RPG where you level up and you just become this overpowered monster. Your strength is tied to your gear. So it's like you could only bring basic gear. Now you're in a new land hunting. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that sort of thing, though, because they've got precedent for it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, underwater for sure. I think they should give that another try.
Yeah.
Especially on like the new generation of consoles, PC and everything. I think that'd be pretty dope.
I 100% agree with that. I've talked about it here on stream before. I was a huge fan of Underwater in the 3rd generation of Monster Hunter. That's Tri and 3 Ultimate. And I think the reason they moved away from it was because of, you know, technical limitations. It was clunky. It was a little on the slow side. But a lot of that has been solved with the more fluid movement system and engine that World brought. I think underwater battles would work fine with Monster Hunter World's engine. And I don't know which engine or what the name of the engine they're running it is, but I think I don't remember if it's Unreal or whatever they're running it under, but I think underwater combat would be just fine. They could bring back stuff like Lagiacrus and Gobel, all those kinds of underwater monsters. Sidaeus would be great. It's an elder dragon that you exclusively fight, you know, in the ocean. I think I think it'd be fantastic in a World 2. They could bring that back. Bring back some of the notions of ship combat, like with Jin Morin. There's a lot of good stuff they could do there. I mean, good God, with the sieges, I could see a Jin Morin siege. That'd be great.
Trying to think if there was anything else, at least from the previous games that I've seen. They got World was definitely tame in terms of the aesthetic and the look that they had.
Very much
because the previous games were really like vibrant, colorful, wacky. I feel like they should give that a shot. It might be a little bit jarring because they're trying to go for a realistic aesthetic in world, and so maybe that wouldn't work. But I don't know. They did have some pretty wacky stuff late in World's lifespan, so yeah. So maybe it'd work.
Monster Hunter is a bright, colorful, vibrant world. I think that's the aesthetic they should generally stick to. So much so that, you know, I immediately go and install stuff like Reshade to force the game to be bright and vibrant, like previous titles. So yeah, I could see them going for more of the classic Monster Hunter aesthetic. Yeah, I agree with both of those. I think
Check.
underwater combat's a great idea, and more classic style Monster Hunter environments and monsters and visuals would also work really, really well.
Yeah.
They've already proven that, you know, Monster Hunter can be a great success outside of Japan. Like, it's a huge game here overseas. And I think they just need to continue following that blueprint they made. Add in some new stuff, add in some old stuff, and you've got a sequel worth playing. At least in my opinion. I'm definitely going to play it whenever World 2 comes out, 100%.
Yeah.
Yo, Vengeful Vigilante. Yeah, I saw the trailer. It's happening. Yeah, it's happening. That's about all I can say about it. It's it is a real thing that is taking place. Oh boy. Oh, Baba Mama. All right, everybody. That is going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching today's live stream. This one has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun getting in here and doing a little bit of that that mayhem. Like I said earlier, I haven't played Destiny 2 PvP in at least about a month or so. So definitely a little rusty, but Mayhem is the best way to get back in on it. Definitely the best way. Duke, thanks so much for joining. Everybody else too. It's great to have you guys here. I was planning on playing a little bit of Monster Hunter as well, but I might just come back and do a little bit of that later. I think right now you inspired me. I'm gonna go grab that ground beef, make some lunch burgers.
Let's go, dude.
and then maybe get back to some Final Fantasy 14. Got some work to do. Got some things to clean up.
That's right.
But all right, everybody. To everybody who tuned in today, thank you guys so much for the support. You know, we restarted live streaming this week, and you guys have absolutely been showing up. I'm going to be doing this pretty much every day of the week, Monday to Friday at around 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and going for a couple hours. We did Destiny 2 days this week. I think tomorrow we'll probably do a little bit of Monster Hunter, maybe that for tomorrow and Friday. And I might do some Final Fantasy streams over the weekend. But I love you guys' faces. If you want to see more from me, I do, of course, have a YouTube channel you can go check out at youtube.com/theblackLink. Now, before we get on out of here, because I never do this on Twitch, and I actually remembered to today, let's raid somebody. We've got a decent amount of people here. Why don't we pull up the old raid list and see who's on and popping. PD's on. Perfect. We're going to send you guys over to the Planet Destiny channel so you can go and watch yourself some more Destiny nonsense. Looks like they're playing a little bit of that Mayhem too, so go show them some love over at PD. I will catch you guys later. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I love your faces. I'll see you again here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. And as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty. Catch y'all later. Deuces.